Hey YouTube, welcome back to my show, The Leopard Cat. We are fun, sexy, fearless, independent, and always opinionated. I am here to review the latest episode of Power. And oh my god, was it so good. They made us wait 2 weeks, but it was well worth the wait. Oh my god, I can't tell you how amazing this episode was. It just surprised the heck out of me. And I can't believe we only have 2 more. We have one coming on tonight at midnight. Make sure you are live tweeting with me. I live tweet at midnight on Saturdays and Sundays at 8 at the Virgo Vixen. And oh my god, I cannot wait. Ghost is talking to Tasha and Angela about how he wants to take the fall for killing Ray Ray. And they're both trying to talk him out of it, like the cops are going to see right through you. You know, they're kind of asking him questions that the cops and the people ask him on the stand, and you know, he basically can't. And he's like, if you give me a minute, and they like, the cops are not going to give you a minute. They're going to know right away. They're going to know all the questions. All the answers, matter of factly. And he was just like, oh, I got to go. So he goes, and Tasha and Angela, you know, basically, Ghost does tell him how he wants Dre to take the fall for it. And, you know, they're like, well, okay, fine. But when he leaves, Tasha and Angela have a conversation. And Tasha's just like, you know, a guy named Kanan. And I'm like, oh, she wants him to take the fall for it. And honestly, I could kind of understand why, even though I still want Dre dead. You know, I feel like Kanan should die too, because he really is just trying to cause issues. He can't be trusted, number one. I don't care how many times he says he saved Tyreek's life, blah, blah, blah. He was the reason why he was in that mess. He was about to take over Tommy's organization. He deserved to die. So I understood where she was coming from with that. Tommy, Ghost, and Kanan are meet up to discuss business. And Kanan tells them that he has Diego's head. He's like, you know, ask them if they want. They look surprised, like, yeah, you know, we want that. You know, they're surprised that he did it. You know, and Tommy gets a text from Jason, and Ghost finds out. He figures out that Dre didn't kill Jason, which was a part of the plan. He's like, hold up, wait a minute. You know, Dre and his minions meet up. That's what I call them too. The minions meet up, and you know, he tells me, you know, Ghost never showed up. Kanan did, and he was just like, well, you know, we ain't popping. And he was just like, why you ain't take the shot? He was like, because you ain't asked me to. He said, you said to do things your way and your way only. You ain't asked me to do it. So I figured I shouldn't do it. He was just like, you should have took the shot. You know, Christopher showed up all G'd up, and he just like, you know, where you going? He was like, I'm going out. Not that it's any of your business. And the minions, they look at each other like, dang, okay. It's like that, you know, they, you know, starting to get really tired of Dre and Christopher's egos. You know, basically, that's what went on with it. Tasha tells Tariq that she wants Kanan to take the fall for it, and he's not with it. He's like, you know, you want to set him up just like you did when we were kids. He's like, you don't understand, that man is dangerous. He definitely would have killed your father and me and you if he had the opportunity. You know, he's just like, you don't understand. You gonna have to choose between me and Kanan. I'm your mom. Ain't nobody ever did nothing for you more than I have. And then she was like, and Angela agrees. And he just like, you gonna work with her, the homewrecker who slept with my father and broke up our family, destroyed us. And Angela's right there. She gets this like guilty look on her face, like, oh God, kids really hate me. Just like, you think a whole lot of people hate you, Angela. Leave the show. I'm not here for her. And you know, he gets pissed and he does not want to do it. He walks away, just like, found another way, Mom. She then tries to ask Ghost, you know, why don't we frame it on somebody else who's a little bit more low profile? We said Dre, but you know, he was just like, well, Dre ain't exactly, you know, super high profile. He said, but somebody off the radar, somebody who don't have anybody, you know, who don't have any allies who can retaliate back, you know, if he get blamed for something, get killed. And she was just like, what about Kanan? And he was just like, nah, if it wasn't for Kanan, Tyreek would have been dead, you know. Jukebox was about to kill him. We not framing Kanan. Kanan, he's a piece of work, but we really don't put it on Kanan. And she's just like, well, all right. Tommy and his father and his wife meet Keisha, Lala. And the look on their face is like, ooh, it smells good in here. It smells good in here. And then Keisha comes out and they're just like, oh my God, you have a cook? You have a cook? And he introduces her as his girl. And they just have this look on their face like, oh, okay. You know, she gives her a hug, you know. But the father just looks like, oh, I didn't know you were down with the swirl, essentially. And, you know, they have that sit down there, eating dinner and everything. He just, oh, dinner was delicious. I don't know half the stuff that I ate, but it was delicious. And I was just like, I know she ain't make no foreign food. I'm sure it was like fried chicken or collard greens. Just because you Italian, you know what I mean? You ain't never had that before. So I was a little turned off by how Tommy's father was acting. And, you know, Tommy let them know that Keisha's ride or die, you know, they don't really keep anything from each other. Because Tommy was thanking her for, you know, the ambulance idea. And she was just trying to be quiet about it. He's like, no, we ain't got no secret. She ride or die. We've been through some crap before. She was just like, well, these men, you always got to go through crap, you know. I've been through thick and thin with Teresi, and, you know, we love each other, and we would just always be there for each other. So that's what you got to do for these men in the drug and the mob business. And she was just like, yeah, I get it. Anyway, they go back to Lala's house, and before they could even get it on or whatever, they get subpoenaed by this guy. Serves her and she has to testify. And Tommy, when that guy ran out, he ran like a crackhead because Tommy was about to kill him. Woo! That scene for me was like, really, I can't even. So they show Tariq hanging out with Kanan, selling drugs. And he's kind of being a little bit tough on it. He's like, you know, you got to go. He got him in this bad neighborhood. He's like, you got to go and, you know, go on this block, sell these drugs. Tells him a story about how his father wouldn't outrun the police, but would outrun Tommy and him, because he figured they would settle for them and not get him in the end. He was just like, wow. My dad was always looking out for himself. He was just like, pretty much. And, you know, he takes him out. He just telling him how he's going to take majority of the cut, you know, because he's like, oh, I can do this, have this to my tuition and everything. He's like, no, I get most of this. You get the rest. Don't get greedy. You know, you get yours. He's giving him all these pointers and everything. They get in the car and they start riding. And, you know, Tariq is asking him all these questions. He's just like, you know, heard you killed your son, Sean. You know, how could you do something like that? Your own son. He was just like, I ain't never had no DNA test. I should have took one. You know, he was soft. He was nothing. You know, and I just did what I had to do. He was just like, but how can you kill somebody you love so much? You know, how can you do it? He said, some people say you ain't a true G until you do. And he was just like, you know, he's just like, well, I'm definitely a true G. He's like the son I never had. And you just like, oh my goodness. Then after he come back from selling the dope, he's just like, you ain't sold it that quick. He's like, yeah, I did. Give him the money. He's like, oh my God, these are fake $20 bills. And he goes up to, I thought he was going to kill one of the boys, but he basically got the drugs back, went in the car with him, and they ran, I guess, back to wherever they were going. And they get pulled over by the police. Meanwhile, they go back to Tasha, and Ghost is looking for the gun to frame Dre, but the gun is missing. The gun is missing, and she was just like, he was like, where's the gun? She was like, with Tariq and Kanan. You know, like, Tariq is with Kanan. Was yes, I did what I had to do. We tried to keep you in, but you didn't want to listen. He needs to take the rap. I filed a missing persons. He was like, how could you do something like that? You know, Kanan ain't going down easy. He's going to end up killing Tariq. She was like, no, I filed a missing person. You know, when he's found, he's going to be safe, and Kanan's going to go to jail. Meanwhile, the police stop him. He's just like, you know, problem. He was like, we need to search your vehicle. He was just like, all right, fine. And Tariq's just looking crazy. They search his vehicle and they find out the gun Tariq planted in there is in the trunk of the car. And when he opens the trunk of the car, he's like, that ain't my gun. Tell him, Tariq. He's like, there's a missing person out for you. You know, do you know this guy? Is he, you know, did he kidnap you or do you know him? And he was like, tell him, Tariq, tell him you know me. He was like, I don't know him at all. my son, he's my friend, Sean's son. I mean, father. I don't know him at all. And he was just like, oh my goodness. And, you know, they try to arrest him. He going down. He's like, all right, fine. They put Tariq in the back of the police car. And when Kane is, before he can get his handcuffs on, he takes the gun out and just starts killing the cops left, right, and sideways. He shoots like 4 fat cops. And oh my goodness, 4 fat cops. And Tariq's in the back of the car just scared, like, oh my goodness. He looks at Tariq. He's like, dang, I trusted you. He can't shoot through the glass because it's bulletproof. Then he gets in the car and no, they shoot him in the lung, they shoot him in the wrist, and he gets in the car, you know, after he kills the rest of the cops, and he starts driving, and you're just like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? But he dies. He coughing up blood, and before you know it, he dies. You have to remember, half of him got burnt, and a part of me was thinking he's not dead. Somehow he's gonna survive just like he did before, but he really was dead. And the cops came after he died, got Tariq out of the car, took him to, you know, protective service and all of that, so he could be reunited with his mom. And he cries his heart out. I was just so scared. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know. Oh, I'm so happy to be safe. And you're just like, oh my goodness. And Tasha just looking like, yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. You know, can we just take him home now? And Tommy and Ghost show up to view the body, and sure enough, he's dead. And then when they walk out, they see Angela, and they just nod to each other like, we did what we had to do. You can see Angela and the Lopez chick, the other cop. She just like, you know what? This Ray Ray file right here, turns out he was just another dirty cop. You know, this is way below my pay grade. So she gives her all the evidence on Ray Ray, and she leaves, you know, basically. And that's how the episode ends. And we find out that Proctor tells the people that's plotting against Angela right under the place where she works at, is like, he tells, you know, anybody who's helping them is Angela Valdez. She's the one who's helping them. She's the one that you gotta get it with and turn in. She's the dirty one. You know, he's trying to keep his job, but I really don't care. I want Angela to go down. I really do. You know, I want Angela to go down, and I just think it's 2 episodes left, and there's so much going on. I want to know what's going to happen with Tommy's father. You know, I don't think he's going to turn him in, you know. I think he's going to find out. He said, you never told me how you got out of prison. He had triple lives. Like, how is he out all of a sudden? And he claimed he's not a snitch or anything. Tommy should know better. But anyway, that was Power. Hope you thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I upload the videos. I will be doing a American Horror Story Apocalypse Theory video, as well as Queen of the South reviews, a makeup tutorial, and a makeup kind of view of my Too Faced products that I love to use on a daily basis. So look out for those, and leave a comment below and tell me what you think is going to happen on Power tonight. I think Dre is going to get his. Oh, and they put the head of Diego's in the freezer, and the police are showing up looking at Dre like, what in the Cristobal and the other black girl are just looking like, what in the world is that? You know, Alicia gonna be out for blood. Who's she gonna blame? Kanan's dead. You know, it ain't gonna be Tommy if they ain't do it. It's gonna be you, Dre. You got to go. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.